There we go. Back live and in charge. I think everything looks the same. It should be okay for everyone. Not anyone will be here yet, Harry Boy, so we'll let them all kind of return, as it were.
Yeah.
I need to go into the wee studio section button, fix some thumbnails and that. But Harry, if you let us know what happened to you in the Oblivion, did you get your teams sorted? Are you still trying to get any teams done or what?
I went through a little patch of I had a little scroll on Twitter and I saw a Chelsea account that I hadn't come across before, trying to say the Badia Shields at like 70% chance of starting, and I'm not fully convinced, if I'm honest. Yeah, so I've opted not to play him. I was just messaging Sam then and just to see what he had to say about it. So yeah, I'm locked in. Like, yeah, there's not much I can really do right now in terms of changing things around to avoid those obviously dreaded DMPs. But yeah, I am pretty in. But obviously, Sorare's been so slow. I'm not really able to do much. I mean, I can see my teams right now, which is nice. Let me share screen if you ever want to see them. So yeah, my teams are in. I'm pretty happy with them. I just heard you speak then about the weather situations, and that kind of is scaring me a little bit. I can't lie.
So let me get your screen back, Harry Boy. 2 seconds.
No problem.
Boom. There we go.
We're back.
Love it.
Yeah, so I don't know. I'm optimistic. I'm really optimistic about my under-23 Rare Pro lineup, if I'm being honest. Costa has a great game. Vinny and Carlson both have great fixtures to get some goals for me. Florentino away, I think he can churn a nice little 25-30 AA, which is what I want from him. And then Tanga had a great game last week, first in a while. And I'm trusting him at home to Almira, I think they're playing.
Yep.
Yeah, Almira. So yeah, I'm pretty confident on that team. I would have loved to have played Badiashile in here, but I just don't know if I can risk it. Under 23 Rare's looking good as well. Verbruggen's at home, Timber away, Enzo away, Utkin at home, and then Jesus away to Vancouver. I fancy him to get another goal like he did last week where he bagged 2. Cap 240 Rare, Quinny. I've actually capped out the cap. I've got 240. Oh, nice. Yeah, I've literally called it on the dot. I think this Bouchaury defender card was 42 points, and I had 42 left. So he fitted in nicely there. I'm going to go with Fofana. I think he's pretty nailed, to be honest, after Chelsea qualifying midweek. Kulusevski, good fixture, and Barrero's been great for me since coming into the squad, and they play Hertha away. And then where my complications have been is in the super rare situation. My Zaidu is suspended this week, which is just great. I know. So, and he had a great fixture at home. So I've had to not, use a unique, which is fine. So I've gone with Yari captain. João Mario's back from suspension. We're going with Brian Aguirre, who's been really good recently. Three DAs in 3 games for Newell's Old Boys, which is nice. Balde is a bit of a risk, but I didn't play him last week and he scored like a 60 without the bonus. And yeah, I'm just gagging for another one of them, basically. They played Valencia last week. They play, obviously, Bilbao away this week, which isn't an easy game. And Cook at home as well. Boys reckon in the chat, Daniel Page reckon Badgie starts. Chelsea have no one else, and he's playing well. What do you mean they don't have no one else? Cucurella just had man of the match in his position. Come on now. Yeah. Let's not be stupid about it. Cucurella literally played left centre-back of a 3 and had literally got the man of the match award against Dortmund. So yeah, that's what's stopping me. Quinny, I bought a limited goalkeeper. I bought David Jensen for 15 quid.
Well done, mate. I've just noticed, mate. We've got a gate crasher coming in. I just want to get him. Just want to get him on. There we go. Need to appropriate him to a wee screen. 2 seconds, Harry Boy. So yeah, sorry. Who's in your team? Tell me that again. I got distracted.
No, it's just the Capture 20 team. So I had like 4 rare players that I think will start and play. So I didn't want to, not play them with a goalkeeper. And yeah, I ended up buying a David Jensen limited card to stick into Cap 220.
We've got Sam Ty, the football guy, in the house. Good to see you, Sammy boy.
Oh, I had to step up. Quinny sent me the link.
How much is he paying you, Sam?
He shot a flare into the sky, and I saw it from London.
Love it. I thought since we're going to have to kill the stream and get it back on anyway, I thought let's just try and get as many people that might be about, and we'll just have a wee rammy for the last half an hour or something. So, Sammy boy, thanks for coming on. Buzzing.
Yeah. I've been stressing out along with you, everybody else, for the last like 20 minutes because of the fact the website isn't working properly and the fact that Play Sharper is down. I've been trying to find other lineup projections, and I've been trying to work in my last training team and take Badia Shiel out of my Premier League draft team, and it's taken forever and ever and ever. It's been pretty stressful, hasn't it?
Yeah, it really has.
Yeah, not good. I've got one final lineup decision to make.
Go on. Yes.
And it's about whether or not, basically it's my cap 240 rare team. And obviously the name of the game there is to try not to take risks where possible, because one DNP and you're done, right? In cap 240. And I'm forever wary of Chris Smalling being rotated out after a European Thursday. And it's like he fits in perfectly. He's got a great matchup. He's so reliable, but sometimes Jose rotates him, and I'm just sat here like, oh, I don't know. I'm really not sure.
Sassuolo's not a great game either, is it? So it's a funny one.
Yeah, it's at home. Aroma at home do tend to do the business though in terms of the clean sheet. Very, very strong at home. Very good defensive record at home. So if Roma are at home, even like last week against Juventus, to be fair, they were very lucky, but they still got it done. I'm very happy to go with that matchup when Roma are at home, but sometimes he gets rotated out. I've got a couple of options. I've got Wallace from Udinese, who always plays, and I'm like, oh, if the name of the game is to not take risks, should Wallace be there instead? I've got 22 minutes to figure this out.
So who do Udinese have again? I don't think they've got a great fixture, do they?
It's not at Empoli, so it's like,
oh, that's decent.
It's okay. Wallace tends to churn out the same score every week, 48. Somewhere between 48 and 51. So
steady Eddie.
Yeah, very much so. But I've just been on Who Scored to try and check all the Russian previews to make sure all my Russian players are okay. It's not as up to date as Play Sharper, but Play Sharper hasn't been working for me either. I don't know about you guys.
No.
Yeah, so I've got to check Barrios and Glushenkov, all the Dynamo Moscow boys, Shunin and Skopintsev and Zakayan. I'm doing my best, but it's times like these where you realise how reliant you are on one thing, right?
Well, the Sorare data predicted 11s are actually, I've noticed them get a lot better since they started incentivizing it.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. I should go straight on there.
Yeah, theirs have been decent. Because I found I was toying with Robbo and a few other ones, and when I was looking at Play Sharper, this was last night. Maybe some guys were like 70%. They weren't too, but it's one guy doing Play Sharper, And then when I went on to Sorare data, it's like 98%, and it's like a wee verified thing that Sorare data's telling me that good people have picked this, So that kind of swayed me on one or two. I was a wee bit iffy about,
That's true. Actually, I'd forgotten that they started incentive. It's just it's part of your natural process, isn't it? You get set into your ways. And sometimes you need someone like Quinny, very, very intelligent man, very wise man, to actually shake your head a little bit and go, well, hang on a minute, there are other ways to do this.
It's a nasty rumour you're spreading.
Sam, there's some serious talk in the chat about Badia Shiel starting, mate. I need your take again. I need the people to understand some logic.
I don't know what's going to like. This feels like a huge risk. Huge risk. Yeah. Oh, Quinny's left. He hates Badia Shiel. It just feels like a huge risk. Obviously, like for what it's worth, from my perspective, I think Badia Shiel's been amazing, basically since signing, and he did not deserve to fall out of the team anyway, but had to come out for the Champions League game because he's not registered.
Yeah,
they played really, really well, like really well. That was the best Chelsea performance under Potter. And there's a number of those players in that defensive line that I think had their best ever game for a Chelsea shirt. So for Koulibaly, that wasn't difficult because he hasn't been very good. And for Cucurella, it wasn't so much of a step up for him to have his best ever performance because he's been pretty poor since signing. But they were so good. And Chilwell was also amazing. Does Potter really want to mess with this? Like,
the only thing people do you play Ruben Loftus-Cheek right wing back against Harvey Barnes?
I mean, they've got no ideal solution there, have they? But
they don't. But can't you just play Cucurella or Chilwell on the right? I know it's not ideal as a left wing back playing right wing back, but is that not better than than a centre mid playing right wing back? Really?
yeah, I mean, it depends on what the
Chilwell knows Barnes very well. They played with each other for the last 5 years.
Yeah.
You know, and even Fofana's been there. So you could argue Fofana. I don't think he's a right wing back, clearly not. But could Fofana play there?
Look, it could happen. It could happen. Could you know, happen. when Loftus-Cheek used to play wing back under Tuchel, he used to shift inside quite a lot. It was like wing back, but also kind of centre mid.
Yeah.
So he made the midfield 2 into a 3, and then sometimes played as wing back. It was a very unorthodox role. Haven't really seen it that much under Potter. I haven't caught it, so I don't know what the on the ball instructions are going to be, and that should inform really what that player is supposed to do.
Yeah.
So it just feels like a massive stab in the dark. Like that, I don't really know which way it's going to go, and no one can. But I just sat here and told you that I'm risk averse, so this is where I'm coming from.
No, I agree. I agree. Crispin Jolly says, "Why are we talking about Harvey Barnes as if he's the second coming of Ronaldinho?"
He's really hasn't been very good this season at all. So,
but I think it's just the fact that he's a lightning fast winger playing against a 6'4" centre midfielder. I'm not saying Loftus-Cheek's slow and not athletic, but he's not like right wing backy athletic really against Harvey Barnes. For me, I'm not saying Harvey Barnes is Ronaldinho, but it just doesn't seem like a great matchup there for me.
I'm with you, but then because you've got the back three, you've got the kind of like the insurance, you've got the man in the channel, and Fofana's rapid.
Yeah, I agree.
As like a security blanket, like that kind of Kyle Walker style recovery runner.
Definitely.
You could essentially double Barnes if you wanted to with those two.
Yeah.
And if Loftus-Cheek ends up, tucking into midfield and making it a 3 at times, Fofana becomes the right back in that kind of rotation. So I just don't know, man. Like Reece James injuries are like problematic in so many ways, aren't they? Not just really in terms of Reece James being injured, but the knock-on effect of everything.
Yeah.
It just throws it all up into the air.
It really does. Yeah, it's like someone just said then, is the upside worth it? Probably not really. Like, is it worth the stress of risking him? And it obviously all comes down to who your alternatives are, obviously. And I mean, in my case, mine's Alex Balde, who's in contention with Alba to be rotated. So either way, I can't really get away from the rotational risk.
Stick him in the same lineup, mate. Call it a punt.
Yeah. I mean, I have Cuesta who's nailed, but they play Galois, and I just don't like that. First v second in the old Belgium league. It's a big game, that. But I think Quinny's. I can't hear Quinny. Can you hear Quinny?
No. Has he been talking?
Sorry. Yeah, no.
I tell you what, the alarm bell should have been going. There's no way Quinny's been that quiet for 5 minutes on purpose.
Dead right.
Yeah.
I forgot what I was even going to say there now, but I had myself on mute from when I ran to the toilet there a second ago. But I can't remember what it was now. But I think Badiashile, man, like I think he'll probably play, because no matter what goes on in that defence, they're going to have to do something to like deal with it, in terms of it's going to be somebody's out of position somewhere, so do they just lean into it and just, it's not really a right wing back today, you're just a centre back on the right side of the pitch today kind of vibe. I don't know.
Yeah, sorry. This is it, isn't it? 50% of people will go one way, 50% the other, and therefore 50% of people will be happy, and not great the other side.
100%. How are you feeling this week, Sam? Confident?
No.
I
need to get my head around this Smalling Wallace decision, but other than that, like I've got some really good matchups in my Challenger Europe team in Rare, which is my kind of like my absolute priority. Barrios has got a fantastic fixture. He's got Kimki at home. Victor Klassen has got Horsens. Galilea, my Croatian centre back, has got Gorica, who are awful. My goalkeeper, Jonas Lössl for Michelin, has got Lingby at home. Lingby have got like 1 goal all season. Like, there's a lot of reasons to be very optimistic there. But my other priority lineup, which is my sort of limited Challenger team, which is my ridiculous overpowered XP lads, the Dynamo Moscow stack of Zakharyan and Smolov and that. They're away from home. They have a tough match against
Krasnodar,
isn't it? Yeah, it's a tough one. Smolov, didn't actually play that well in the first game back, and Tukavin came off the bench and scored. So I'm half convinced he's not even going to start. So, yeah, mixed really. Mixed on that one.
I like the sound of those games.
What times?
I like the sound of your games.
Are you? Yeah, they're good. Well, I'm concerned because I kick off at 4 p.m. I've got the Croatian centre back Galilea. He starts at 4 o'clock today, and he did that last week, and he scored 5 points. He conceded a penalty and lost his mind, and he actually was on 0 at the end of the game, but he got opted up to 5, which was a huge win for me.
Wow.
So I'm very wary because I think he might ruin my weekend again. I've got a bit of a Friday curse going on at the moment. I don't know if you know about this, Quinny. I've got a Friday curse.
Yeah, he does.
So moving on me. So who done you last Friday then? There was a lot of Friday night football last week, actually. Yeah?
It was Galilea last Friday, yeah.
He was a Friday, sorry. And he's this Friday too?
And then the Friday, he's Friday again this week. And then the week before was Mikkel Dueland. And he was, I think, like 90% to start and play sharper, and then apparently got a slight tweak in the in training the week before and DNP'd. So I'm very scared of Fridays right now. I feel like Friday is supposed to look forward to it. Start of the weekend. It's my worst day.
Yeah. It definitely can be. I've had good experiences on Friday football with Sorare. It is like sometimes it can kill you, but I'm trying maybe on Leverkusen. They like a Friday game. I've had them make or break me once or twice on a Friday. Tonight, Leo. By the way, that's a Friday night game and a half.
Yeah, I mean, so shouts out to my friend Pet Berisha, who's been texting me all morning. He's absolutely bricking it. He's got players in Inter, Lyon, Porto, and Lille tonight. It's like, oh god,
game week breaker.
And they're split across under 23 Rare Pro and Champ Rare, and he's just all over the place. It's just like, this is going to be it. So this is going to be a whole weekend ruined on Friday night.
That is a big Friday on the cards. I'm looking forward to watching Getafe tonight, as much as that'll excite anyone. But Porto at home, Milan. That is a great Friday to run with if you've got the big players, man, for sure. I never realised they were all tonight. But I think Leo will be a good watch, eh? That should be a good punching match.
Yeah, no Thiago Diallo, ACL, unfortunately for him.
Oh no.
Yeah, did you not know?
No, you've got him, haven't you?
Yeah. But it could mean that he doesn't move, because nobody's going to want to buy an injured player now in this summer, because there was big rumors for Inter Milan coming in for him, but I doubt.
If he's just done his ACL, there's absolutely no chance he goes in the summer.
No, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I'm saying that's not going to happen. So
that's really tough.
It is a bit tough. I think he came off 30 minutes into the game on the weekend. Yeah, week before gets megged by Mbappe. Next week,
that was class, though, wasn't it? Oh my god, how good was that?
That was insane. Am I doing Dueland a disservice, Sam, by playing him in Cap 220 over my Cap 240 lineup?
Don't think so.
No.
I've got a limited of his in Cap 220 Rare.
Nice.
Which is unorthodox. I spoke to you about this yesterday, didn't I?
Yeah.
Quinny, I'll be interested in your thoughts, and everybody else in the chat as well. I've got a Cap 220 lineup, which has a Cap 220 Rare, which has a rare goalkeeper, but a limited midfielder. And someone else I was speaking to was like, well, that's a waste, because you've put, a rare goalkeeper in there, when really that's the common logic is that you would put a limited goalkeeper in that. But I don't necessarily see it that way. What do you think?
I'm inclined to agree. That's only the case if you're building that team from scratch. You're not going to go buy a rare keeper to make that team happen. But if you have a rare keeper, then you want to go and get a limited for a $5 that's going to score 100 this week and slide him in next to that, So I'm with you. If you've got the guys already, then I've got no problem, because there's no points difference, So a goalkeeper's a goalkeeper. Like, if you have to go buy one, then buying a rare for it is mental. But if you have the rare, then I'm with you, buddy. Go get an outfielder.
Yeah. I mean, I put the lineup together and I was like, well, because Dueland's L15 is so low, this team, it's not. I've got nowhere else to put it. Like I can't put it in All-Star. Like it's Zach McMath, a Real Salt Lake goalkeeper. You've got Mark Bartra and Maxi Gomez from Trabzonspor and Michael Murillo from Anderlecht. It's not a very good team. It's just like what was left over.
Mm-hmm.
So I figured the lower down the cap structure I can fit it into, the better, because the more cards that are much better than it can avoid. And the only way to do that was to chuck the limited midfielder in. So I went for it. But I guess it's not necessarily common strand of logic. It's not the go-to. The go-to is limited goalkeeper and 4 res, right? That's probably what most people do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think that's from a construction point of view, but yeah, it's people buying the team for the competition.
Yeah, you're never going to buy a rare keeper to play in 220, but like Quinny says, if you have it and it doesn't really fit anywhere else, then why can't it just go in there, if that makes sense? Like,
yeah. I mean, I'm not sticking that team in All-Star. It's going to get smoked. It'll finish 4,000th or something like that. Actually, probably lower.
That's the great thing about those caps, where you can hide from people, eh? You can just put these guys in there, and you've got a real good chance.
I'm hiding from you two half the time. I'm actively avoiding Quinny where possible on Sorare.
You don't need to hide from me this week. I've not got that much going on.
He's Celtic-less this week. He's been
I'm immortal.
Oh yeah, of course. They're off for a couple of weeks, are they?
No, it's a cup. It's just last weekend was a cup final, and then this weekend is a cup quarterfinal or a 5th round or something. So it's just bad luck that they're happening on weekends. But it means I get midweeks, which is fun. So you got to take the rough with the smooth.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's funny. My Cap 240 Super Rare all play on Sunday. Every one of those 5 players, and then my Cap 240 Rare all play Saturday.
Oh, that's fun.
I like it.
Yeah,
I like it.
Yeah,
I like to know where I stand.
Yeah, same. And I was telling Quilly earlier, I don't know if you know Sam, but I've never won the threshold. Whether that is limited, rare, super rare, or unique. Now, granted, I didn't have a goalkeeper in either. Well, okay, I lied. Up until J League coming back, I didn't have a goalkeeper in the super rare one, so that was never going to happen. It's still not happening because Tani can't keep a clean sheet to save his life. But I didn't have a rare goalkeeper surplus to play in Cap 240, and now I do for now. And yeah, so it's only like the sample size is like 3 game weeks, to be fair. But I'm still yet to hit the threshold. Just DMPs, actually. I'm not even I'm just struggling to get the 5 stars out at this point because they are my leftovers, quote unquote. It's that funny tweet that was going around this week, isn't it? It's like, you get 4 players out, you score 249 and you start moaning, but I'm not out here moaning. I'm just stating that I just can't hit it. It's just one of those things right now for me.
Yeah, it's probably the second lineup I put in, so it's probably in a different order of priority for me. So I do pay much more attention to it. I try and feel like I don't try and take the risks, and I do try very hard to hit that. So I've been much more successful with it than you, fortunately.
Yeah.
I've missed out on a couple of midweeks. Like I missed out last night. As soon as Frederick Rono, the Union Berlin goalkeeper, conceded his 3rd one, unfortunately that was it. Yeah, shut up. Didn't like this at all. Harry was celebrating his player's assist against my goalkeeper last night in Discord. He was like, "Yo, look at this!" I was like, "Harry, I don't like you."
I forgot to celebrate the goal as well. He did score as well. Sam, I will have you know.
But that 3rd goal went in against Rono, and I was like, "Well, that's me toast. I just can't. I can't afford for that to happen, unfortunately."
Yeah.
And the week, I think a couple of weeks before, I got 249.
Oh.
So yeah, one of those with 5 players.
Okay.
But never mind. Yeah, Sevilla conceded a couple goals in the second leg as whoever they were playing, can't remember, sort of clawed it back, and it took 4 points off Nemanja Goodell and Fernando. I had them both, and it took 8 points off them in total, and it brought me down from whatever it was, mid 250s down to 249. It was pretty heartbreaking, but yeah. Weekend, I'm a bit better, a bit stronger. I put more effort into it though. They're not what's left over. It's my second lineup that I create after Challenger Europe Rare. So maybe, Harry, if you respected the competition a little bit more, you might have a bit more success.
But then, I agree. I do agree. I've just got to sort of do what I can up until Belgium finishes, because that's where my majority of rare goalkeepers are playing right now. So until that's, I'm just looking forward to the next 8 games or whatever's left. Can I farm a bit of ETH from that and help me along my way for the summer?
Yeah. I'm still looking at Smalling and Wallace, man. 4 minutes.
I'd probably go Smalling to be honest with you. Like, out the two of them, personally.
Yeah, I think, I mean, he was actually suspended for the Cremonese game on February the 28th, so he's not training together games.
You've only got 4 minutes, Sammy boy.
He's had a. Yeah, I'm going Smalling.
It took some convincing.
We've got a reminder as well in the live chat for training teams. If anyone hasn't done them yet, anyone out there in the world listening, don't forget your training teams. 3 minutes.
Does anyone want to donate me a limited forward to put into my training line? I don't have enough forwards to put my third training lineup out there. So if anyone has a limited forward, they'll kindly donate me.
In 4 minutes.
In 4 minutes, I'm taking donations.
I've only got one training team. I don't have enough goalkeepers to fill it, and I obviously was planning on. I was planning on buying a couple of like £1 limited ones, like you've done, Harry, a little bit. But Sorare kind of pooped its pants in the last hour. I was like, right, last thing to do before the deadline, pick up a couple of £1 goalkeepers, and it hasn't really proved possible. So that'll have to wait until next week, unfortunately.
I think Germs came to your rescue here, Harry. Says offer
sent. I'm checking the offers situation is really annoying. Like notifications are being delayed. Yeah. Offers received. No, I've not. I mean, I appreciate you saying it's come through, but I'm not seeing anything unless Sorare is just completely bugging out for me. Offers received.
New week, new chances, says Demi as well. Good luck to all. Thanks, Demi. Nice comments. And yeah, it is new week for all. Like, see, we were talking about the woe there, or Harry's woes of the Cap 240. I've kind of had SO5 woes for about a week or so. And much like you, Sam, like, I build my second team on any scarcity is the Cap 240, because it's like, you know, like, go get the money first, and then if there's some cards in that division as well, cool. So I'm quite hopeful. I actually want to pick your brain, Sam. In one of my stronger teams, I'm going with Big McGinn. I'm putting McGinn in a good team. Fancy a good result this weekend?
I sort of do, actually. Villa are a lot better away from home usually than they are at home.
Nice.
So usually you kind of like your home and away logic. I think with Villa, you sort of have to flip it a little bit at the moment. So, I mean, you saw it last week, obviously, Villa trying really hard to play out from the back, using the goalkeeper and being quite patient and drawing pressure. And you probably heard it as well. The Villa Park crowd get really antsy about it, and they don't like it. And it definitely affects the players, and you can definitely see it. And then away from home, obviously, there's like 40,000 fewer of them. So it's not as much of an effect on the way they're trying to play. So Villa away from home is pretty strong, and McGinn, like, I'm a huge fan, obviously. So yeah, I'd imagine so. I'm going to the game, so I'll be able to. Yeah, don't worry. If Opta bug out and don't do the coverage, I'll hand count it for you. But yeah, I'll be at West Ham Villa on Sunday. I'm looking forward to it. Although I'm absolutely gutted that I will not be able to watch Boubacar Kamara because he's injured. He's out for about a month.
Oh, really? Bad one. I've seen that happen.
Well,
it's a bad one,
the Decore tackle has crunched his ankle. And he was like the number one reason I was excited to go and watch. I really, really, really like Kamara. Oh, well, I'll have to watch McGinn instead.
It was great last weekend.
I've been inundated with offers.
Just take them all.
I have. I've taken all 4.
Quick, you've got 1 minute.
No. So I'm in. The Fernando Flores, I think that was Germ Sorare, thank you so much for giving me that one. I've got a Waldo Rubio, I've got a An Yong Woo, and a Rowan Hennings, who's a forward in the Bundesliga too. I'll give them all away because I'm not going to need these cards. But massive thank you to you 4 for sending me those offers, lads. I mean, Quinny, can we give them away somehow after the?
Of course, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'll do the main tweet giveaway thing. So I've got that kind of loaded.
Yeah,
up.
we don't need to. Like, I'm not looking for any. We'll just. Yeah.
No, I'm with you, man. So this is for the main tweet that's on Twitter. Okay, so at Quinny 3001, all the rest of these have been here. If you've returning from the other stream, you know the script already. But it's all locked and loaded, I think. Oh no, I need to get the screen actually on again. Since we closed down, there we go. It's back up and running. There we go. So this is the tweet here at Quinny 3001. See you there for the stream. Me and Harry Boy, and now Sam Ties joined us, of course. Hope you liked and retweeted it and all that good stuff. And we're going to give away, thanks to Hendo Sorare, our hero, legend, friend of the channel, we're going to be giving away a rare Liberato Kakachi. Is Liberato
Ooh.
Kakachi somebody you know, Sam?
I love Kakachi. Yeah, I've spent a little bit of time in his DMs on Instagram. We're acquaintances, I'd say.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Nice.
absolutely. He's a good player, man. He's a really good player. Doesn't really get to play too much at the moment. He's been a bit stop-start since coming to Europe, but I'm a fan of his. I watched him at the Olympics, and he was really, really good. And I think I saw him in some under-20s or something as well. Just trying to remember where I came across him. Oh no, I was watching a lot of Wellington Phoenix because they were on, obviously, because they play, with the Australian time difference, they play like Friday morning here at like 10 a.m. or something like that. Like very often there's an A-League game at like 10. It's like, what else is on at Friday at 10 o'clock in the morning? So I ended up watching a bit of him. He's really good, really, really good. Promising.
I think somebody told me about him when he moved to Belgium from Australia, and it didn't really work out for him. But Hendo's donated a card. He plays for Empoli now. I think he's in at fullback or something. So
yeah,
could be a fun wee kickoff card or something. We've got 82 entries for it. Cross your fingers and toes, everyone out there, for a rare Liberato Kakachi. Verified a good guy by me, Hendo, and now Sam Tai as well. So this guy will grace someone's gallery. And I don't know why it's giving me, some rejected people. I don't know why it rejected some of you.
Yeah, I don't know
or
what.
Something. Why did he do that?
Go back on the. Yeah, did you go back on the first page and let me just check if you've got anything.
I didn't even tell it to reject anything. That's weird.
Toggled. You can tell it to like.
Tweet count. It does say something there. Sorry guys. False draw on that. Sorry guys.
That means I get the card, right?
Have you entered?
No.
No, I won a competition on Alex's channel this week.
Nice. What did you win?
I don't know. It's like 20. I can't remember. I think it might have been 20 quid.
Kevin De Bruyne rare.
You can't give them away anymore.
We've now got 89 entries now, guys. So there's more of you involved in this. I just told them to redraw it, so hopefully somebody good wins that. But yeah, 89 entries for Liberato Kakachi, and it's Emil Burgerin. I can't say it. Emil, congratulations. You are the winner of the Kakachi. Emil, congratulations at Emil Dimmy. Dimmy, is that you? Oh, Dimmy, congrats.
Dimmy.
Congrats, Dimmy. I'll put that sugar, I'm all over the place now. Let me send that out. Congrats to you, my man. Kakachi. And I won't forget, I'll get that out to you later on. And then I've got that Amoy to give away. You've got some limited to give away. We can just do that kind of randomly in the live chat or something. What I was going to do with the Moy was ask a little kind of pub quizzy kind of question, and we'll do fastest finger first. I'll save that for a little bit later on. Harry, if you want to give them away here, if you want to give them away in your own video or something, I'm easy. Whatever you want to do. We've got 127 Sorare scouts and managers from all over the world have made it back in here to Stream 2. Only 40 of them have liked Stream 2, but I don't know if Sam's holding the show back. I thought Sam would have been elevating us to new levels, we would have been breaking through the thousands and everything, But
I forgot to like this one, so that's my bad.
That'll be it. The internet knows when you've liked it, Sam, and then that's when everyone else follows suit. So that's what we need for sure, guys. So if we can get the likes up, there's some more cards to be dished out and whatever, at least an Aaron Moy and maybe some random training strikers that Harry's got will be redistributed across the ether.
4 training strikers to give out.
You're just giving away people's cards now?
Well, I've been told to give... Sam, I've been instructed to give them away.
Asks everybody for cards and then just hands them out to other people.
Okay, if the 4... I can just give them back to the 4 that donated them, maybe, if that's what they want.
GG, Dimmy.
No, make it a good show. Make it a good show.
I think everyone will be after it, I think everyone will be after it. So I think the last... here's one, right? Okay, here's one. I'll do the Moy giveaway, right? Because last time... Oh, no, actually. I was going to use... Actually, I did that question already. I thought I came up with a good question there. Oh, okay, here's one. How about this? Oh, no. Okay, here's one. No, I don't know, actually. No. No, it needs to be something that's good for the live chat. So you can just open your phone and you can put a nice easy answer in if you know the answer, you're close to it. So that's what I'm struggling with. Sorry, I was going to do a numbers-based one again, but numbers are terrible.
I've got a question. I've got a question. So
cool.
The winner of this is going to receive all 4 of these limited forwards. Okay. I don't know the year, But whenever Cardiff played Portsmouth in the FA Cup, I'm going to call it early 2000s because it was. Who scored the winning goal for Portsmouth in that game? I was at the game at Wembley, and I missed the goal because I was getting a pizza.
Gutted.
Who scored the winning goal for Pompey?
We've got a few Pompey fans in the crowd, so we might get an easy answer there. I think I know who it is. But
No,
I
W
can see
Gaming is wrong. Yeah, Daniel Amos has got the answer already. Daniel Amos, you are the winner. Big congratulations.
Woo!
Kanu. No, I wasn't going to say Kanu. I was going to say the other guy that went to Yakubu. That's what I was going to say.
I was going to say John Utaka, but I knew that would be wrong because he never scored a goal to save his life. He was the he's the Wout Weghorst of that Portsmouth team. He always played. He was always part of things, but he just never really ever got on the score sheet, did he? Excepting last night, of course. Big congratulations to Wout. Finally, see how happy he looked. Bless him.
I know.
He's so
nice.
relieved.
He was big time buzzing, wasn't he?
Yeah.
It was Kanu. Yeah, I weren't looking for first name, to be fair. Kanu was fine. So the winner was Daniel Amos. Daniel Amos, what is your Sorare gallery name? Please and thank you.
Matt McCann, people answering before I've heard the question. Okay, so Limited Moy, I'll give that one away right now. Bear's done for giveaways. I mean, just like whatever we're talk about.
Yeah.
I brought back a club legend this week to the club. FC Barcelona club icon Memphis Depay is back in town. The original Leon card that I've always had. What serial number of 100? I want 5 numbers. I want serial number /100 as your answer. What serial number is my Memphis Depay? What number is it?
That's unreal.
Full number. I want the full serial of 100 because it's Memphis. He's worth it. He's worth those extra characters. As a Swansea fan, happy when Kanu scored that. Oh, fair enough.
Dan, how are you a Swansea fan?
Dan's breaking hearts all over the place.
How am I giving away these 4 cards to a Swansea fan? Oh my god.
A bunch of people are putting in number 11 here. Now, that was Depay's shirt number. So it's the serial number on the card of 100. So I want number /100. First one I see. There's a bunch of answers coming in. It's not a one of. I wish it was. I don't know if any of you went and checked. Sam, have you got a guess? Harry, have you got a guess? Do you know? Do you remember? Did you see it? Do you care?
I'm staying silent. I know the answer. So
I don't know the answer, to be fair. I can't lie.
Fair enough. So we'll have a wee look back and let's see who was the first one. So the serial number, let's put it up on screen, is number 24 of 100. So who was the first one that put 24 /100 as their answer? So Uri, the one that won Harry's giveaway, was the first one to come in and say 24, but we were after the full serial. Owen Beaumont, 29, close, no cigar. Uri twice with the 24 alone. But the first one that came in, Uri came in 3 times, but he just missed out to iZinc. You're the first one that I see there, buddy, on 24 of 100. Congratulations, you've won the Limited Moy. I need you to tell me now in the chat from the same YouTube account what your Sorare club is, and we'll get that shipped. Congratulations, mate. Well done.
Woo. Yeah, big congrats. That's huge.
Some great giveaway action. Loving it.
Mm-hmm. That's a really big card to have.
if anybody has been watching Quinny stream for more than 2 weeks, I'd say in a row, they know to make sure that they look at the serial numbers of the cards. This is a very regular feature. Like, I imagine, like, when there's 150 people in your stream and I'm sat there and I'm one of them, I reckon the other 149 are all like furiously scribbling notes on a pad, like any card that comes up. It's like, right, what was that serial number? What was that jersey meant? Who was that? What year was it?
What's the
come prepared?
Combined to that team. I was close to doing that again because I've got the New York City boys. I was like, oh no, I've done that one already. I can't do it again. Some people will know what they were. Zihad, I'm getting cooked. He's saying, went to transactions and put one of you traded away. Sorare name, iZinc. I'll go send that now. Lovely. So the teams are in, guys. We're actually past deadline now. We're actively in the game week. How does it feel?
Scary.
Yeah, really scary. I've got my first like starting player notification on Sorare data. I've got my Croatian centre back ready to ruin my Friday. He's in. He's prepared. He's currently got 35 points. We'll see what that goes down to. We are ready. Yeah, not good.
I wonder if Sorare Data will have your stuff up yet. So I know we've not plugged in your page, Sam. 2 seconds. I know it's not going to, but
Almost
I don't have any of my lineups on the app yet, but
yeah,
obviously it's got the lineups filtering through on the games tab.
almost 15,000 in cap 240 rare, lads.
wow.
Yeah.
What are the numbers? Is that more than ever, or like what are you tracking the numbers?
I'm not tracking, no, but that does look.
I want to say last week it was like 8,000 or 9,000. That's what my gut says, but I might be wrong.
I remember. Don't quote me. I remember seeing 12s, but I don't know. If anyone has the data, great, but I don't. Guess how many are in cap 240 super rare?
I have absolutely no. 500?
No, way more.
Oh.
Yeah,
way
sorry.
more. It's not my area.
1,000. You're one off. It's 999.
Oh well.
Which is a lot.
Somebody out there forgot their team, I think. There's a team out there missing.
Yeah.
Website was a bit slow, wasn't it? Couldn't get the last one in.
Yeah, we're going to see that on Twitter today, aren't we? We're going to see someday. I almost put this team together, but I never. Now I've missed the deadline, and somebody's going to have that horror story this week, aren't they? I hope it's not Laird.
Yeah, it's going to
I
be
hope
on
it's not Laird.
Laird's going to do an entire show on it.
Lads, I can't lie. I'm so excited for next midweek. I know we've just got the weekend to look forward to, but for one reason. Let me give you the rationale, right? I only have 5 players. I cannot contemplate one decision. They're just being thrown in, and whatever happens, happens. And you know what? That is going to be an absolute blessing in disguise.
Yeah,
sometimes
perhaps.
Choice is just, for whatever reason, on Sorare, just an absolute nightmare for the most part, really.
Oh, I ain't
Okay, I'm watching Harry pick his team for midweek.
Okay, I do have one choice. Okay, it's
13
Costa.
minutes into the next game.
Costa or Bart? What we saying? Costa at home to Inter? I have one contemplation. I lied. I have 6 players.
Oh Jesus, this is too early to do teams, Harry boy, for me. I've been talking about doing the teams as soon as they open, but literally this is next level.
I'm just excited to not be annoyed at myself because I've missed out on certain scores from certain players, if that makes sense.
It does make sense, yeah.
It makes so much sense in my head.
You get that thing called it's like choice paralysis or whatever it is, and you end up making mistakes. Sometimes if it takes all the choices away for you, it can lead to some success. It did look like you had one choice there to make though, Harry, so good luck with that one, mate.
We've got our gate crasher joining us. Joshy Forth has crashed.
Yes.
Wow, here he is.
Sorry for the late arrival. I had to pick my wife up from work, so she's all back safe and sound now. Thanks for caring, everybody. But, nice to see all your lovely faces, and hello to viewers. How are we all doing? We all well?
Oh well, Joshy boy, thanks for joining us, buddy. You buzzing for the game week?
I am, to be honest, mate. The Douglas Santos situation. Not sure if you and Harry went over it at all. I was in and out of the first stream, obviously, but basically, Zenit are playing like 3 games this week, like one on Saturday, one on Tuesday, and against Dynamo Moscow in the Cup, and then next weekend against CSK Moscow.
Go on, Moscow.
Yeah, well, yeah. So the manager came out and said like Douglas Santos was ready to play, but he wasn't sure whether he would start or not. So that's what every Sorare manager that doesn't have the Zenit players want to hear, I'm sure. But for me, not so much. So yeah, I wasn't. I was sort of a bit hamstrung. So I ended up taking him out of my priority lineup in the end. So there you go. There you go. That was me. That was my game week drama.
Yeah. Josh, do you want to tell him about your our real life game week drama?
Oh no, yeah. So I roped Harry in to play for my football team tomorrow. Sam, you'll love this, I'm sure. Because we had a forward shortage, and I was just going to stick Harry up top and pass him the football. And then one of our forwards, who was supposed to be on a stag do, delayed going on the stag do so that he could play the game. And then the gaffer was like, "Oh, sorry, Forth, I can't play you, mate, because obviously our regular forward is back, so you can come and play on the bench." And I was like, "Yeah, I'm pretty sure Harry's not going to make a 200-mile round trip to play step 6 or 7, whatever we are." On
the duty.
Yeah, sort of amateur football. So yeah, that was very disappointing for me. But
I'm disappointed as well. I'm gutted I can't play. Well, not can't play, but
yeah,
I was going to
I
make my
don't really
debut for
understand
the big. Yeah, I
What
can't
they
even
called?
remember. I can't even remember. They call it something.
Farringdon Town FC,
Farringdon, yeah, I was going to say, yeah, Farringdon Town.
The world famous.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I've heard big things. I was all signed on and everything, Sam.
I thought Harry was a right back. Have I got that completely wrong?
Yeah,
Yeah, you have, mate.
But
I
Josh's
was a
team
right.
is up front.
Yeah, I was a right back in my Bristol City days. I was a right back in the academy
Right,
days.
that's where I've got that from. I knew it wasn't out of
There we
nothing.
go.
Yeah, I wasn't out of nothing, to be fair, but yeah, no, can't defend to save my life.
A classic Trent.
Yeah, I was Trent. We'll say I was Trent. Yeah.
Welsh Trent.
The Welsh Trent.
What about you, Quinny? Are you buzzing? I suppose you don't have Celtic this game week, do you? So you must be a little bit down on lineups. I mean, I
Yeah.
know I am.
Someone in the live chat said when Celtic aren't playing, Quinny turns into a goldfish. So I'm not. I'm not aware of a goldfish this week, you know. So the good one, I thought. Eh?
That's
So,
funny.
Aye.
Oh, bless you, Quinny.
So that's me. We goldfish this week. Yeah, my wee bowl. My Memphis Depay and whatever. But no, I'm quite excited, man. I've got some teams that might do all right, but I'm not holding my breath on podiums or anything too fun. You know, just want to get in amongst some stuff.
This is why your priority was Cap 240, huh?
Well, yeah, kind of. But like normally, Celtic stuff just kind of goes on top of what I've got this week. So it's just kind of like it's just kind of that top end potential is kind of gone for me on those bigger leagues. But I was saying this to somebody recently, like, but with all the money that's out now, like I can't not prioritize all the money leagues, you know, in terms of like all stars for all the play spots and you know whatever, because the game's always about winning as much stuff as you can get. You know, we've got coins now and go buy some shirts and tickets or whatever. We'll see how that pans out. The boosts are actually in the shop today. Somebody mentioned that in the stream and we never really got to it, but the boosts are actually in the shop, but there's not actually anything in the boosts section yet.
How do you find the shop?
Click on your balance.
Coins. Yeah.
You click on the coins. Yeah, it's not very clear.
Wow.
Yeah, it's not
Boosters.
boosters.
Yeah, nothing in there just yet.
But they're there. So
Did somebody see the COVID meme that somebody put on Twitter about the Sorare boosters tab?
Right.
no,
Yeah,
not seen it.
I need to see if I can find it again. It's quite funny.
My video keeps cutting out, I think, Quinny. Is my audio okay, guys?
Your audio's been
Yeah.
great, buddy. Yeah.
Yeah.
You have been cutting out once or twice, but I'm just going to try
Very
and
odd.
get you on the screen with us here, Josh. But no, the visual's been a bit sticky, Josh, but
Yeah.
audio's been totally fine,
Strange.
mate.
Okay.
There we go. I've got all four of us on a wee screen here. Harry, are you running around doing stuff? I can put your screen on if I have it still.
Yeah,
Yes, I
I'm not
do.
doing
Aye,
too
cool.
much.
There we go. Quality. That looks cool. You'd think I've done this before.
Yeah, I'm not doing too much. I was just scouting the
Oh, were you?
coin section and just hovering over my lineups.
He's just in Sorare data doing his lineup builder for game week 904. No big deal.
Building them all out.
I was amazed to have a midweek lineup for this one coming up. For
Oh,
some
nice.
reason, Dynamo Zagreb play Istra.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, saw that.
So yeah, to be honest, I had absolutely no idea that fixture was going ahead until I just saw it when I thought, oh, do I have anything that can play in Challenge Europe this week? Turns out I do.
Well, we're seeing how much of a bloodbath challengers at the weekend, so you might have it all to yourself midweek, Josh.
Yeah, possibly. I
What
mean, yeah,
What are you doing with Bart this midweek, Joshy?
he's gone, mate. He's sold.
You got rid of him.
Sold. Well, Anderlecht's like 10th, aren't they? Like, there's a very
know, yeah.
reasonable chance he could only have 6 games left of his season, and
True.
I've got like 1.1 ETH for him, which
Okay.
in today's market is fine, if you ask me.
Yeah.
They are up against it, aren't they? I've only just realised this because I won a Michael Murillo. So I actually looked at the table and I was like, wait, they're 10th. That is
Yeah.
outrageous.
So weird.
But they've got Cercle Bruges this weekend, right? Who are like 8th.
Yeah.
So this is like a pretty massive game for them.
6-pointer.
Yeah, like huge. Like this is it starts here. I've been saying that to Murillo all week in the DMs. Lock on for this one, mate. Focus in. It starts here. Yeah, really, really surprising actually. As someone who doesn't follow Belgium at all, to win a card in an Anderlecht shirt and just assume it's great, and then to look at the table and realise it's really not.
Yeah, they are struggling. I think as well. Like they're
They had the midweek this week, didn't they? They're still in Europe.
They just played Villarreal. Yeah.
So yeah, they've just played. They got the second leg this week, right? It was one each, I think.
Yeah.
One each.
They were at home, but yeah, like what is it? Is it the top 6? I really should know this. I'm pretty sure it's the top 6 in Belgium, right?
So I thought it was top 8. Then again, I don't know anything about Belgium, so don't listen to me.
I could be wrong.
I think it is a slightly bigger group because of the Europa places or something. I think it goes into Championship group and it goes into like Europe group or something.
Yeah, you could be
right.
Is
it 4 and 4?
It might be something mad like that. Yeah.
Somebody will know. And
somebody look it up. Put us out of our misery.
I'm sure. I mean, I should really know this.
You should know. If anyone here should know, it's you, Josh, for sure, man.
Yeah.
I, as a host, should probably know as well. In fact, but
I pity everybody watching who knows. It's the most agonizing thing is watching a bunch of people talk about something they're not quite sure about. When you watching know that they're wrong. Oh God.
Yeah, it's like someone come up with the answer. I feel that for sure. We've been hanging out live and loud for a little bit, guys. It's been I'm great having you on, but I'm just quite cautious that you weren't expecting to be here and might have like a life and some other places to go and whatever. So I'm quite happy to kind of hang out for as long as you guys are on the stream and go over all this stuff, but I'm quite cautious that you weren't expecting to come on a stream today and I've got no idea when you need to leave by or whatever. So I just wanted to kind of put that out there in terms of time. Somebody mentioned it ages ago. I don't know how long we'll run for, but we'll run for however long.
See, Dimmy and Jonathan are on it in the chat. I know, in Quinny. So it is top 8 champion group, and then like you say, like a European group. Who said that? Sam, was it you? Quinny, one of you guys?
Quinny said that.
So yeah, you're right. So they're 4 points off, and you're quite right, Sam. So they're 4 points off Circle Brewer, who they play at the weekend, obviously. So yeah, it is
it's a big one.
I mean, yeah, I suppose that thinking about it, I probably do still fancy them to get it. But yeah, I just thought I did a bit of a clear out on my gallery this week. And I just was like, Bart Verbruggen, I could just get rid of for good money relatively easily. So decided to do it.
Well, what's the thoughts, Josh? Is it streamlining, or are you repositioning, or what are you up to?
Streamline is probably a good word. To be honest with you, Quinny, I wanted to take some money out for the Cheltenham Festival next weekend.
Oh, of course you are, Josh.
So I looked at my I looked at my fund for Cheltenham and I was like, I could do with a bit of bolstering. So I thought I'd pull a bit of money out of Sorare for it. So I'm going on the Tuesday and the Thursday. So I'm nice. To the hilt with spending money now, which feels nice. So that was basically the reason, I guess. I wanted some play money.
Who's the big tip for Cheltenham? Oh, sorry, you're going to go, Sam.
No. Stay on the horses for now.
on the Sorare soccer show. Yeah, great. Really good question. Oh, now I'm getting a phone call as well. Sorry, guys.
Before the tip
no, Sam, you go.
I was going to say, I remember when I tried to streamline my gallery, which was like 2 months ago or something like that. I cut half of my limiteds and then thought I would be selling the rest of them in the build up to MLS returning. But obviously we had that market dip just before that happened. So that plan was a bit ruined. But I really wanted to streamline through and try to, basically prioritize, 3 competitions, and felt like my gallery was getting a bit bloated. So I was halfway through that process. And then obviously I realized the new reality of the cap mode and that you just need players that you possibly don't want ever. Like, I've got players that I just don't want, but I just have to keep them. Like, I have a Marco Grujic from Porto who sometimes plays. That is a bit of a nightmare. But actually, if you can play it right and go with the rotations and, check to see when Eustachio has a red card, for example, or something like that, actually, he's the perfect play, every now and then. So he stays. I've got a Fernando from Sevilla. I don't want him, but I paid £18 for him to put him into a midweek. And he's staying because he played last week. He plays last night, and he'll play next midweek as well because he's banned from La Liga games for all of March. Cheers, mate. But at least it means I know when he's playing, right? So again, I don't want this player, but I need this player because you just need loads of different odds and ends. to put that cap 240 team together, particularly in midweek. So yeah, like I'd love to streamline, but actually my gallery has just got even bigger since the cap mode was introduced, particularly on the rare side of things, because I'm sure we've all realized really that you can't really attack it with 10 or 12 or 14 players. You probably need a bit more.
Yeah, a wee bit more definitely helps. I've kind of found that with like supers, so I've not got as many of them in terms of going after the 240. But what I've kind of found is it makes me feel better about justifying keeping people that are like not making teams. And it's like, well, I like him, and one day he'll be back in a team, like And it's so there's some guys I've held on to with that logic for no reason, and now that logic has a reason to it, So I like it from that respect. But when I do miss a player, if I've not got a guy that'll fit, or I've not got a guy like the midweek there, only defenders I had. And I know midweeks are way different, right? But I only had Taylor and Tierney, and neither of them played. I had no defenders, and I did contemplate going and getting a defender for 240. But I ended up I actually won. I got my 50 quid midweek with a known DNP, which was a defender. I got quite lucky with Haksabanovic, Moy and Maeda all getting decisives for Celtic, and they were on that team. They were the three guys, and then or whatever. But I would never go out and buy somebody for a game week. Normally, I know a lot of other people do, and I don't feel this cap mode changes me for that. I don't know how you guys feel about that, but
I've literally been doing that, so I can't claim that I don't. I used to be much more. Well, we didn't have to do that possibly because we didn't have to obey a number. So you wouldn't be faced with the scenario where you're like, oh, I don't have a defender that fits into this, or I don't have a midfielder. But the good news is that usually you can go and buy one for like not very much money, because you're ultimately looking for not a very good player. If you're looking for an L15 of less than 38, he ain't any good. So it ain't going to cost very much. And I've been in and out of El Cid Husay, the Lazio fullback, for one midweek, and then he did the job. He did what he needed to do, and I sold him. I bought him for 30 quid. He came in, he got me 50 quid, and I sold him back for 31 or something like that. Perfect. Sometimes they stick around, like Grujic or Fernando. This week I bought the Brazilian forward Romarinho from Fortaleza. Romarinho. And I've decided I probably need to take a look when I'm trying to fill in some pieces from here. I may need to look at America because I think I'm a bit short heading into the summer. I've only got 12 cards or something like that. That used to be fine. It's definitely not anymore. So from now on, I'll just fill in a gap here. I'm going to try and make that America. So I'm trying to be a bit more forward looking with it as well.
Aye, I like that. I think like the kind of number I was kind of thinking about for running these cap modes, like I think you're right, like 10's a bit lean. I don't know. I don't know if there is a magic number, so it will depend on the players you've got, but it is definitely more than 2 sets per position, You need a wee bit more option than that. And particularly for America, there's I think I'm too stubborn. Well, I'm not too stubborn, but I'm too ignorant to the sense that like I can pick up MLS quite easily if I need a player or something like that, and can maybe work it out quite easily. But Brazil and Argentina, all these places, like I'm so far back on zero in terms of trying to who's a good team and who actually plays and what fixture is a good fixture and all that stuff. But I think coming into this summer,
if you start taking those good players, Quinny, if you end up with good players, because originally you're obviously looking to build a good team, they don't fit in the cap. So you can't possibly run with 12 because you've probably got 10 that are like really good, and then you probably need like another 10 who can mix in with the others. So like my America team that I was building over the course of the winter, it's got Diego Fagundes, it's got Emmanuel Reynoso. Never mind. It's got like Jefferson Savarino, whose L15 is like 60. Like I need literally a new set of players in order to play cap over the summer because the players I bought were too good. I obviously can run them in America in the actual competition. I'm more than happy to do that. But if I want to go for the cap, I now need to literally a new set of players. So that is the reality.
Sounds fun. As long as it's not goalkeepers, but as long as it's not goalkeepers. Oh no, Josh! No, not Josh. Sam's gone. Oh, and I can't hear you, Harry. Oh, I think we've got Sam back. There's a miracle. There's a miracle. We've got Sam back.
I'm back.
Did everyone?
We've got Harry back too. No, I think Harry muted himself.
I was muted.
And then Josh is back.
Yay! Fantastic four. Let's go.
So Sam got back in here first time. That was amazing.
I didn't do anything. I'm watching myself cut out on the stream.
What's happened? What's the drama?
You just vanished.
Who, me?
Back. No, Sam.
Oh.
And then when Sam came back, you walked on as well. So it looks like you brought Sam with you.
Sorry, guys. I've actually got a real job, unlike some of you dossers. So I had to. I had some real work to do, unfortunately.
I hope your bosses aren't watching Quinny's stream.
My bosses are actually on Quinny's stream because that's me.
Okay, that's good. Lovely stuff. Well, now Josh is back. I'm going to duck out. My quick cut was a precursor, just a dry run for me hitting the leave button. But Josh, take it from here. Quinny, thank you for having me, and good luck to everybody.
Good luck, Sam.
The game week. Yeah, I hope you all do well, but slightly worse than me.
Right.
Nice to see you, Sam.
Awesome. Cheers, guys.
Pleasure, Samuel.
Legend.
It's
Fine,
really
Joshy
funny.
boy. When do you finish up and go to Cheltenham? Then you're going to Monday,
It's not on Monday. It's Tuesday to Friday, isn't it?
Tuesday, Friday. You're going.
But sorry. I'm going Tuesday and Thursday next week. I used to go all 4 days when I was a much younger man, and then I used to go Tuesday, Friday. But to be honest, like the Friday, if anyone is listening and wants to go to Cheltenham, please do not go the Friday. It's probably the worst racing experience you can have because it's just like unbelievably busy. Like there's not enough room to swing a cat anywhere. Queues at bars for like an hour. Queues to get in the loo. Like it's just, and it might be a bit better this year because they've actually restricted course capacity for the first time. And basically just charged higher entry shot. Sorry, I'm not sure if anyone is actually interested in this. Obviously, this is a Sorare stream. But yeah, if you are interested in going to the Cheltenham Festival, I would not advise going on the Friday. Tuesday is probably the best day to go.
Friday would be the best day, but because it's St. Patrick's Day, it's my birthday, so that's the day you want to be there for.
And obviously, it's Gold Cup Day, but yeah, like every bloke and their nan's there on the Friday, so
it's the biggest ticket in town, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
So, Josh, who's the big tip for Cheltenham?
Oh, this is really tough.
What I'd love you to do, Josh, is give me a banging ACA that's like four or five.
Crikey.
Four or five
it's hard enough
horses.
getting one winner, Quiddy. Jesus, man.
4 or 5 baddies.
4 or 5 in there. All right. So I think John Bon in the Arkle is like tip top. I think is superb price as well, actually, because El Fabiolo's in the race. If El Fabiolo wasn't in the race, he'd be like 1-2 or something. But because he's 13-8, and I think he'll beat El Fabiolo. Pretty much two-horse race. So John Bon, that's the second race on Tuesday.
Nice.
Is one I really like. Edward Stone in the champion chase. I think I would side with over Energumene. He's 7-4. So you can double them up if you like.
Who?
Edward Stone. Fourth race on Wednesday.
Nice.
And then finally, I'll give you 3. So I'll give you a little treble. So finally, I would go.
What about is Foheen still around, or Voltaire, or what about Thistlecrack? Is Thistlecrack playing this week?
It's not 2016, man. Jesus.
What was that when I liked again? York Hill. What about York Hill? Is that running this week?
They're long gone, I'm afraid. No. I'm not
they're
really
not
sure.
pasture.
What can I give you a third? I suppose like Shishkin in the Ryanair looks quite solid, but he's like odds on. So, but yeah, that would be if you wanted to do like a short treble, a little acca. Those 3 would be the one on each of the first 3 days.
Who was the last one?
Shishkin in the Ryanair chase on Thursday.
Shishkin.
Yeah.
I'll back that wee treble, Joshy boy, no problem.
But just a couple of quid, mate. You don't want, anything can happen at Cheltenham.
It's the only horses I do is Cheltenham because it's always on my birthday.
Yeah.
So I'll always put a couple on and I'll try and take one a day or something, or maybe not the favourite, but maybe a second favourite or 2, or
nice.
Something like that. Or a wee bit of Foheen, or a wee bit of Thistlecrack, or a wee bit of, a wee bit of Voltaire. What was the other one I used to like? There was a few of them. See, when Foheen was running, but there was a few horses that everyone loved. This is a machine, and this is a machine, and
Annie Power would have been about that era as well.
Annie Power, yeah, big time. I only know Cheltenham. If it happened at Cheltenham, I maybe watched it, but if it didn't happen at Cheltenham, I didn't know anything about it.
Yeah, well, I've been every year since 2012, so it's pretty much right on my doorstep. It's like 45 minutes away from my house. So yeah, me and a few mates go every year. We got 18 of us going on the Thursday this year.
Nice.
So, I love
You
it.
better be on the hunt for football players. Get some selfies because there's a ton of players that will be there normally. Eh?
Yeah. So I've got one of my mates is a jockey, and I haven't this year, but previously I've got tickets from him, freebies like. And when you walk through the trainer and jockey section, you do see quite a selection of people. So yeah, that's always quite entertaining.
Ian Sorare, I'm still not over any power.
I turned down a free ticket this year to go to Cheltenham.
Oh dear, why was that?
Well, my girlfriend's over, isn't she, right now? So didn't get 2 tickets, did I? I only got 1.
That's a
Man,
shame.
you would have been taking her if you had 2 tickets anyway.
No, I wouldn't be. I can't. Very true. Very true.
Ian Sorare says he's still not over any power. Yeah, that fall Ian did that really downed a few actors. A few of my mates got stung really badly on that, to be honest.
That was like the biggest day for the bookies ever, wasn't it?
Yeah, her falling saved them the biggest Cheltenham losses ever for that. For that day.
That was a huge one, man. I'm just going to end it. I'm going to end the stream here now, guys. If you're still here, I was actually hoping Sam would have been here for the very, very end, but we ended up hanging about for a while, which I've had great fun with. But as soon as I hit end stream, it's going to take you straight over to the premiere of Looking Up with Laird, episode 17, with Sam Ty, the football guy, Harry Trades, who's with us now, and Laird, who's probably out catching some rabbits now, getting ready for his stream today. So yeah, feel free to check that out. Josh, it's been an absolute pleasure, mate, having you on. Thanks for gate crashing.
Thanks for having me, mate. I appreciate the invite.
Good luck this week, Harry. Good seeing you, buddy.
Yeah, and you, mate. And Josh, hope you lose tomorrow.
Hey.